Ебать!
In the dense forests near Bakhmut, a covert operation unfolded in early 2023 that showcased the precision and lethality of Ukraine's Special Operations Forces, SSO. This wasn't a conventional battle with tanks or artillery barrages. It was a meticulously planned ambush executed by a small elite team of Ukrainian operators. Their mission? Disrupt Russian movements in a critical sector of the front line. The SSO team, composed of highly trained specialists in reconnaissance, sabotage, and ambush warfare, had spent days observing a specific path used by Russian patrols. Hidden among the trees, they logged every detail, numbers, patrol schedules, and behavioral patterns. Their patience paid off when they identified a moment of Russian complacency, setting the stage for a devastating strike. The chosen terrain was ideal, a natural L-shaped choke point formed by dense tree cover and a slight elevation rise. This geography funneled the enemy into a confined kill zone, perfect for an ambush. The SSO team positioned themselves strategically, blending into the environment behind fallen logs and brush blinds. One operator manned a squad automatic weapon, another readied a grenade launcher, and the rest wielded compact, short-barreled rifles designed for rapid close-quarters combat. Above, a thermal drone provided real-time intelligence, its grainy feed revealing a Russian convoy, about a dozen infantry, and several vehicles moving carelessly through the woods. The Russians were disorganized, with no proper spacing or overwatch, oblivious to the danger awaiting them. The SSO had engineered this moment, exploiting the enemy's lack of discipline. With a single hand signal, the ambush erupted. Gunfire tore through the silence, dropping the lead Russian soldiers instantly. Grenade detonated, sending shrapnel into another, who fell screaming. The vehicles attempted to accelerate out of the kill zone, but relentless small arms fire from the Ukrainians disabled them. From the drone's perspective, the operation looked surgical, but on the ground it was controlled chaos flashes of muzzle fire, the crack of rifles, and the thud of grenades. One Russian soldier dove for cover behind a tree, but was cut down by a precise shot to the chest. Another, firing his rifle blindly while retreating, was quickly silenced by a Ukrainian bullet. In under 90 seconds, the ambush was over. The SSO team suffered no casualties, a testament to their preparation and execution. The team held their positions briefly, ensuring no reinforcements approached. The drone confirmed no additional heat signatures in the area, allowing the operators to move in. They searched the fallen soldiers and wrecked vehicles, collecting radios, maps, notebooks, and other intelligence. Every item was a potential lead for future operations. Then, as swiftly as they struck, the SSO vanished back into the forest, leaving no trace. Back at their forward base, the team analyzed the drone footage frame by frame. The Russian unit was a mix of poorly trained infantry and Wagner mercenaries, lacking cohesion and situational awareness. Their failure to scout the choke point sealed their fate. The ambush resulted in 13 confirmed Russian deaths and multiple destroyed vehicles. With zero Ukrainian losses, a textbook operation, the aftermath sent ripples through the Russian forces. A single Ukrainian patch, stitched in blue and gold, was left on a fallen Wagner fighter, a silent warning. The forest belonged to the SSO. Russian patrols in the area slowed, and infantry units were replaced with artillery and drones. indicating the psychological and tactical impact of the ambush. The strategic importance of Snake Island. While the Bakhmut ambush demonstrated tactical precision, the battle for Snake Island highlighted Ukraine's ability to execute complex, high-stakes operations with far-reaching strategic implications. Located off Ukraine's southern coast in the Black Sea, Snake Island was a critical asset. Controlling it meant dominating the flow of trade goods through Ukraine's major ports, a prize Russia coveted early in its 2022 invasion. On February 24, 2022, Russia launched its invasion, targeting Snake Island as a priority. Guarded by only 13 Ukrainian border guards, the island was an easy target. Russia deployed its flagship missile cruiser, the Moskva, and the patrol ship Vasily Baikov to secure it. The Moskva, with a crew of 500 and armed with anti-ship missiles, surface-to-air missiles, and heavy guns, was a formidable presence. The Vasily Baikov, though less heavily armed, added to the overwhelming force. When the Russian captain radioed the Ukrainian guards demanding surrender, one guard famously replied, "Russian warship, go F*** yourself."
Предлагаю сложить оружие и сдаться во избежание кровопролития и неоправданных жертв. В противном случае по вам будет нанесен бомбово-штурмовой удар. Русский военный корабль, иди на.
Moments later, the Moskva unleashed its cannons, pounding the island. Communication with the defenders was lost, and Russian forces landed, killing or capturing the small garrison. The fate of the captured guards remains unknown. For Russia, holding Snake Island was a strategic necessity, but Ukraine was determined to reclaim it. The first step was neutralizing the Moskva, which patrolled the waters around the island, providing anti-air cover. On April 14, 2022, Ukraine executed a daring strike. Though details remain classified, it's believed Ukraine used 2 Neptune anti-ship missiles. It's possibly guided by U.S. targeting data. Some reports suggest a Ukrainian drone distracted the Moskva, and its air defenses were partially offline. Regardless, the missiles struck, sinking Russia's prized cruiser, a major blow to its Black Sea fleet. Russia claimed a cigarette sparked an onboard explosion, but Ukraine's account, backed by the U.S., credits the missile strike. With the Moskva gone, Ukraine began relentless bombing runs on Snake Island, making life untenable for the Russian occupiers. The next hurdle was 3 Russian-controlled oil rigs near the island, used as radio jamming platforms to disrupt Ukrainian operations. Ukraine's SSO devised an audacious plan to neutralize them. Using rigid hull, inflatable boats, and jet skis, SSO teams approached the rigs under cover of darkness. Scaling the structure's sides, they climbed to the top and engaged in fierce close-quarters gunfights. The Russian defenders, caught off guard, were quickly overwhelmed. The operators destroyed the jamming equipment and withdrew, leaving the rigs inoperable. The operation was a masterclass in stealth and precision, clearing a major obstacle for the island's recapture. The final assault on Snake Island. With the oil rigs neutralized, Ukraine launched a full-scale assault on Snake Island. The operation began with an air assault. Attack helicopters hammered Russian positions, forcing defenders into bunkers at the island's center. This allowed transport helicopters, carrying SSO teams, to land safely. The operators disembarked from Met helicopters and advanced uphill under suppressive fire. The Russians, confined to centralized bunkers, were vulnerable. Ukrainians closed in, lobbing fragmentation grenades through windows. After the explosions, they stormed the buildings, clearing them room by room. Some Russian soldiers fled into the Black Sea on small boats, but Ukraine chose not to pursue, focusing on securing the island. The exact number of Russian casualties is unclear, with Russia claiming none were killed and that their forces withdrew voluntarily. However, their claim of a cigarette sinking the Moskva undermines their credibility. The loss of Snake Island was a significant tactical and economic blow to Russia, with estimates suggesting nearly $1 billion in equipment losses. The Ukrainian operators raised their flag over Snake Island, marking its recapture. The operation not only restored Ukrainian control, but also disrupted Russia's dominance in the Black Sea, securing vital trade routes. To this day, Ukraine holds the island, a symbol of resilience and strategic ingenuity. The Bakhmut ambush and Snake Island assault exemplify the Ukrainian SSO's ability to execute precise, high-impact operations against a larger adversary. In Bakhmut, a small team leveraged terrain and intelligence to dismantle a Russian unit, sowing fear and disrupting operations. On Snake Island, a multi-phase campaign sinking the Moskva, neutralizing oil rigs, and launching a final assault demonstrated strategic foresight and operational audacity. These missions highlight the SSO's role as a force multiplier, achieving outsized results through skill, planning, and courage. For Ukraine, these victories were more than tactical wins. They were statements of defiance in a grueling war.